What if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for fat loss, better energy, blood sugar control, heart health, recovery, and even longevity after 50 is something most people completely overlook because it does not look impressive on social media? It's not a brutal boot camp. It's not a sprint workout. It's not some fancy machine. It is walking. And the reason walking is so underrated is simple. It does not feel dramatic. It does not feel like you're laying on the floor gasping for air after a workout. It doesn't make you feel like you crushed yourself. But after 50, that is exactly why it works. If you're trying to lose body fat, protect your joints, improve your health, and stay active for the long haul, walking may be one of the smartest things you can do. One of the biggest mistakes men make over 50 is thinking that if exercise does not feel hard, it must not be doing much. That thinking gets a lot of people in trouble. They go too hard, too often, and then wonder why their knees hurt, why their lower back tightens up, why their energy crashes, or why they can't stay consistent for more than 2 weeks at a time. Walking is different. Walking is low impact, easy to recover from, and sustainable. That word matters, sustainable, because the best exercise plan in the world is worthless if you can't keep doing it. When you walk, you are moving your body in a natural way your body was designed to do. You are not pounding your joints like you would with running. You're not demanding so much of recovery that you feel wiped out the next day. You are simply increasing movement, burning energy, stimulating circulation, and teaching your body to become more efficient. And for fat loss, that matters a lot. A lot of people think fat loss only happens during hard workouts, and that is simply not true. Fat loss happens when you create the right environment in the body over time. You need consistency. You need enough movement. You need better insulin sensitivity. You need to avoid constantly spiking hunger and exhaustion to the point where you eat everything in sight later on. Walking helps with all of that. A brisk walk can help you burn calories without digging a huge recovery hole. It can help improve blood sugar after meals. It can help lower stress. It can help you to stay active on days when you do not want to do a full workout. And it can help build the habit of daily movement, which is something many men lose as they get older, especially if they sit a lot for work. That is another big point. Sitting has become normal. A lot of men spend years sitting at desks, in cars, or on the couch, then expect 3 hard gym sessions a week to undo all of that. It doesn't work that way. The human body responds to what it does most often. If you sit most of the day, your body adapts to sitting. Walking starts to reverse that. It gets the hips moving. It gets blood flowing. It helps with posture. It helps with the lower back. It helps the ankles and knees keep doing what they were built to do. And mentally, it is a powerful tool as well. A walk can clear your head in a way a hard workout sometimes cannot. When you walk, especially outdoors, you give your brain a chance to settle down. Stress comes down. Thoughts become clearer. Your mood improves. And when stress comes down, your health usually improves right along with it. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying walking is the only thing you should do. If you want to age well, you still need resistance training. You still need mobility. You still need to pay attention to nutrition. But walking can be the foundation that supports all of it. Think of it this way. Walking is not flashy, but it is dependable. And at this stage of life, dependable beats flashy. So how much walking should you do? You do not need to overcomplicate it. If you are currently inactive, start with 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's enough to begin building momentum. Once that feels easy, bring it up to 20 minutes, then 30. A good target for many men over 50 is a brisk walk most days of the week, ideally 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your fitness level and schedule. You can also break it up. 10 minutes after meals is a great place to start. That can help with blood sugar control and digestion, and it feels much easier psychologically than saying you have to carve out a full hour. The key is consistency, not hero workouts, not punishment, not trying to prove something, just consistent movement. And here's something else people miss. Walking can actually improve your harder workouts. If your recovery is better, you can lift better. If your joints feel better, you can train better. If your body composition improves because you are more active all week, everything else starts to work better too. Walking also gives you a safer option during seasons of life when intense exercise is not the right move. Maybe your knee is bothering you. Maybe your back is tight. Maybe you're carrying extra body fat and high impact training is beating you up. Maybe you're just getting started and need something realistic. Walking gives you a place to begin without feeling defeated. That matters because confidence matters. When a man starts doing something consistently and sees he can keep his word to himself, that changes more than his body. It changes his identity. He stops seeing himself as someone who is trying to get healthy and starts seeing himself as a man who trains, moves, and takes care of himself. That identity shift is a powerful thing. And if you want to make walking more effective, there are a few simple ways to do it. First, pick up the pace enough that you feel like you're working, but you can still talk. That is the sweet spot for most walks. Second, use hills or incline when appropriate. You don't need to run. You just let gravity add a little challenge. Third, use walking as part of a larger weekly plan, not as a random afterthought. Put it in the calendar. Treat it like training. Now, because this channel is about practical longevity, let me say something important here. The goal after 50 is not to keep proving how hard you can push. The goal is to keep building a body that will still serve you 10, 20, and 30 years from now. Walking helps do that. It supports the heart, it supports the joints, it supports body composition, it supports recovery, it supports consistency. And frankly, it is one of the few things almost everybody can do right now, starting today. Because you don't need a gym membership, you don't need fancy gear, you don't need an expensive program. You need a pair of decent shoes, a little bit of discipline, and the willingness to stop underestimating simple things. That is the real lesson here. Simple doesn't mean weak. Simple doesn't mean ineffective. Simple done consistently is often what changes your life. And before I close, this is also where the right nutrition and supplementation can support the work you are doing. If you're walking regularly, training smart, and trying to preserve muscle while improving body composition, then getting enough protein matters. That is one of the reasons we created clean products on our Shopify store. So people who follow this channel have an option without a bunch of junk thrown in. I will be doing more videos breaking that down soon, because exercise is only one piece of the puzzle. So don't overlook walking just because it looks too basic. For many men over 50, walking is not just exercise. It is a strategy. It is a tool for fat loss. I use that tool myself almost every day. It is a tool for recovery as well. It is a tool for heart health, blood sugar control, mental clarity, and long-term mobility. Start where you are. Do it consistently. Build from there. Because remember, our goal is not to turn the clock back. It's not to slow down the clock. It is to make that clock tick longer. See you in the next one.